Hi everyone and welcome to episode 11 of Conquer the Curse at Benfica with me, the United City FM. Welcome along. So, domestically speaking, in the Portuguese league and all the different cup competitions, we're going really well. I'll give you a quick update on them as we go into the episode. For today though, we're again focusing on our European campaign, trying to conquer this curse placed over Benfica by Bela Gutmann to see if we can actually win a European trophy. That's the plan. Today we come up against Marseille. And we are away from home in a one-off game to get through to the next round of the Euro Cup. I think that the legs of this tournament, the first and second legs, have been taken away as an impact on what the World Cup had on the schedule earlier in the season. So one game away from home. Can we get through? Let's find out. So here we go. Let's quickly go through the domestic stuff and see what we're up to. If we go into our competition page, you'll see that we are in the Portuguese Cup semi-final against Santa Clara. Double legs coming up soon. But you'll notice neither Sporting or Porto are left in the competition. This is ours to win, I would hope. And we're going to see if we can do that in the next few weeks of game action. So that's the Portuguese Cup. We've already won the Super Cup. We've already won the Portuguese League Cup. We got knocked out of the Champions League, of course, in the group stages and into the Euro Cup, which we now find ourselves against Marseille. And then in the league, the domestic league in Portugal, we are 3 points clear of Porto with a game in hand as well. And things are looking pretty solid there. If we go and have a look quickly into our schedule, you'll see it's been pretty spectacular. All the way back to where we lost to Liverpool in the Champions League group stage to go out of the group stage at that point. You see, after that, we have not lost a game for the last 2 and a bit months of football. We've drawn a couple in the Premier League occasionally, and probably ones that we shouldn't have, to be honest. But it's just one of those things. But the recent form has been magnificent. So on the horizon, we've got that double leg cup tie against Santa Clara, hopefully getting to another final at the end of the season. And we've got a bunch of Premier League games still to play. We can see that we've got the likes of Porto still to play coming up later in the season. So that is not done yet. We've still got a bit of work to do there. But for today, a one-off second round knockout stage of the Euro Cup. If we go and have a look, we'll see United have got through, Juventus have got through, Feyenoord and Sevilla have got through as well. The other 4 fixtures happened today. The likes of Atalanta, Leicester, Fiorentina, ourselves and Marseille are all going to be wanting to go through as well. So we'll see what happens. But that World Cup has had the impact of taking away that second leg. So we are unlucky that we've been drawn away from home. Can we still come up with a good performance? Let's go and have a look. So the only real problem with the squad is we've got one suspension to Porro, our right fullback, who has been playing for us instead of Gilberto a bit recently. Porro's come on leaps and bounds this season, is playing very well for us. But he's just suspended for this particular match. So Gilberto comes back in and plays. Other than that, we've managed to do what I've been trying to do all season long. We're rotating well in the domestic stuff to get us ready to play in the European stuff with our number one starting lineup as much as we can. And we've managed to do that again today. Everybody else is fit and healthy, so I've been able to pick exactly who I want. So for today's match, away from home in the Euro Cup second knockout round against Marseille, we go with Sanchez in goal, Gilberto at right back, Grimaldo at left back, Zabarnyi and Badiashile in central defence, Luis and Mario in central midfield, Goncalves on the right, Everton on the left, and Nunes and Moukoko up top, with a bench of Morato, Svensson, Diaz, Maita, Jota, Ramos and Yaremchuk. So let's get into today's game and see what happens. So because it's a one-off game and because it's away from home, I felt the need to try and push the players into something today. We can't make a mistake here. So I've pumped the fist and I've said to them, go out there and impress me. It was the best option I had in terms of my potential team talks, just to say, look, we're going to have to go and put a performance on. We don't have any choice. It's a one-off game. Go and do that. I expect it from you is kind of the attitude that I go in with, and we'll see what happens. So in our 4-4-2, I'm happy with the balance of the side. I feel like it's working really well domestically. We've got through a round already in the knockout stages that was good for us. Marseille is a little bit of a step up, though, in quality, I think, but we can't quite tell how we're going to match up to them until we get properly going, and we'll see how we get on. Early start, right from kickoff, and we win the ball back for a second time. That's brilliant. That is a magnificent start. I think he might be offside. Is he? We'll see. But it was a good early attempt. Anyway, 30 seconds in, we put the ball in the back of the net, and then it's disallowed for offside. I thought it was. I thought he just strayed offside. But at least we put the early pressure on, played really well to get to this point. There was a good challenge in the middle of that section of play to win the ball back, and then some good ball movement. We just have to hold the line a little bit just to get the shots away properly. But other than that, it was a very positive start. And then it's unfortunately gone quiet until a Marseille opportunity, and we almost caused ourselves a problem and put it in the back of our own net. And it ricocheted around there, went back out for a corner kick. They're going to take the corner kick, we clear it. But that was not a good bit of defending there, really. It was too erratic. Badiashile sorts that one out for us. Moukoko drops in and gets involved and brings the ball forward brilliantly well. Goncalves takes over on the right-hand side and is challenged for it. And the ball goes out of play for our throw-in on the far side. And then that highlight goes. They've had a couple of shots. We've had a shot finally. It's a little bit quiet, isn't it, really? First 15 minutes. It's one of those games where, because it's a one-off, there's so much at stake that nobody wants to make an error. And now Marseille at 21 minutes have got a free kick on the edge of the box, and a good clearance, by a good tap by the goalkeeper managed to bring the ball back out into play, and then we boot it clear. That could have gone anywhere. A striker could have got on the end of that one. So again, we rode our luck a little bit, and Marseille with a throw-in on the far side keep the pressure up. A good block, and we try and get it cleared, but we lose out again, and then win it back again. Goncalves loses the ball again. It's one of those highlights. Back and forth, and we get it back again. Can we keep it this time? Can we work through the lines a little bit, take our time and keep the ball? That was a good switch out onto this left-hand side. Everton on the ball, and he loses it again, and they're going to counter-attack on us. And this looks like this is the opportunity that this has been set up for, and it is. And Milik puts the ball away for Marseille. It was a scrappy set of play, wasn't it, really? We lost the ball 4 or 5 times in that particular section of play. And in the end, they found a way to get that counter-attack right. And off the back of the defender, I think it was Badiashile, who just did not respond to the runner that ran straight past him. And he just did not go with his runner. And that opened up the space for the striker, and he puts it away. And we go 1-0 down after 29 minutes. And the time is flying through towards the end of this first half. We're at 40 minutes now. No highlights to speak of between the goal and now. Are we going to get right to the end of the first half like that? We are. It was disappointing, really disappointing. We've had 4 shots at goal, none on target, 10 and 5 for them. Their XG rating is higher. We've had a bit more possession, but not done enough with it. I don't feel like we can pump the fists anymore. I feel like we're going to have to thrash the arms instead. We're going to have to tell them that they've been terrible, sort it out, because after that first initial bit of play in the very opening section of the half, it was all Marseille. They kept coming and kept coming and kept coming and really pushing us back. So we have to do something about that. So first off, we're going to go in with the team talk and really rile them up, hopefully. Go into the shouts and again, fire them up for the start of the second half. We're going to go from positive to attacking mentality. And then we're just going to let the play settle for a little while and see whether that has any impact on the game at all. But you'd imagine Marseille are going to sit on what they've got now all the way through the match if they can. And it looks like they're doing it really well. There's nothing happening for us. 64 minutes on the clock. There's no highlights in this second half at all. We cannot afford for that to happen. Oh, boy. 6.2 for Moukoko is a terrible, terrible average rating. I know he's young at the moment. He's only 18 years old, but he's got to be a big game player. We're going to have to take him out. We can't afford not to. So we're going to put Ramos in and switch him and Nunes round. Play Nunes in that slightly more advanced role for the rest of the game. What else can we change? We've got a 6.3 for Mario in the centre of midfield. So we're going to bring Maita on instead and play a bit more of a combative central midfield. And then we're going to take out one of the wingers as well, just to get more attacking prowess, hopefully. And it's Everton that's underperforming on the left-hand side slightly more. I mean, we could take away the anxiety of Goncalves. We could take away the slight dip in the sharpness of Gilberto. But we're going to take Everton out because of his poor performance and put Jota in down that left-hand side instead. Let's go into the tactics, make a few changes here. So we're now going to have to go a little bit more direct, it feels. Actually, no, we're going to go the opposite way. We're going to keep the pace high, but we're going to go shorter and try and work through the lines a little bit, but get the ball to do the job a little bit more for us. So we're going to dribble less to do it and see if we can work it that way, because our current way isn't really working too much. We've got not a playmaker. We're going to distribute to the centre-backs and see if we can go through the team a little bit. But we're going to do it quite quickly. And then let's go into the out of possession phase. And we're going to push our attacking options right up. And we're going to push up to a higher line of defensive line as well. Put the slightly more press on there. It's kind of all we can do, really. There's not a great deal more we can do other than that. The shape works for us. We've got to find a way to get through the lines and get our chances. Let's see what we can do. 65 minutes on the clock, so 25 minutes left to play. 1-0 down away from home. We have had one shot on target this entire match, and now at least we've had a header on target off a corner kick. It's really not good enough, and that's the unfortunate thing of this particular season, with the World Cup being as it is and taking away the two-leg games. Oh, we're very lucky there. They should have got a second goal. They hit the post and it came out and we managed to clear it. But because of the lack of two legs, we've been drawn away from home against a tricky side, and it's not working out for us. We've got 13 minutes left to play, so we're going to demand more from them. I'm not going to go ultra attacking. I feel like I've made the changes I can make that make sense. I mean, we could try and put somebody else up top, but it would completely destroy the shape that we've got. We can do that for the last few minutes, maybe. Put like Badiashile up top and use him as a target man, maybe. Let's do that. Why not? I mean, what have we got to lose? We're currently going out of this particular competition, so we've got to go and give this a go. So Zabonye will come in. We'll bring the fullbacks in as well. They'll just have to play narrow for a little minute or two. We're going to use Badiashile as a target man on attack, just to get him as high up the pitch as is possible. We've got a pressing forward and advanced forward as well around him, supported by others. And now we are absolutely going to have to just go super long and just absolutely give it our best go. So let's go narrow there as well. Shoot on sight. Yep, that's basically what we're going to do. So let's see what happens in the last 5 minutes or so. Can we get any opportunity at all? It looks like not. It very rarely happens, does it, when you make all of these sorts of changes towards the end. And we go out again. We go out again. The second season in a row, we've got to this kind of point in the competition and really struggled to get over the line. It's a real big problem here that we've got a certain level of quality in the squad, but not enough of a quality just yet to really impact the last section of a European trophy just at the moment. I do feel like that we are slightly hard done by this particular season because of the lack of those two legs, because we did not get a home game against Marseille. They beat us 1-0 at their place. I feel we could have done that or better to them at our place if given the opportunity as well. So I feel like we're a little bit unlucky on that one, but we're going to have to go again. But what I would tell you, just for now, is because I've now got to finish this season, go through another transfer window and get out the other end of that and start a new season, And I've got a draft competition coming up on Twitch later this week on Thursday. There won't be an episode of this on Thursday itself. I'm going to take that day to play through this save and get us to the next season. So we've got a week to wait, unfortunately, for the next Conquer the Curse episode. I hope you don't mind that. There's not much I can do within the schedule I've got this week, because this is going to take some playing through to get through to next season. So there won't be one on Thursday, but there will be one next week. Anyway, let's go check out what that means for us for the rest of this season. So, of course, for anybody that's just joining us, might be slightly confused by all of that stuff that I was saying just a second ago. The simple reality is we only do European stuff in this particular series. It's the only thing that we're focused on for the episodes. We're trying to conquer the curse placed on Benfica by Bela Gutmann that said that they won't win a European trophy for 100 years. So that's the only thing that we're here for. So we're not playing any of the domestic stuff on the actual episodes. So what that means is that I've got to go through my semi-finals of the Portuguese Cup, try and get to the final and win that one. I've also got to finish off the domestic league campaign and try and win that one above Porto and get us straight back into the Champions League group stages for next season. That's the hope. And then we go again with another European campaign next season to see what we can do. That's what I've got to do. And to do it, if we go back into the schedule page, you'll see that we do have, a dozen more games to play, something like that. We do have Porto in there, but none of the other main, Sporting aren't in there, for example. We've already played them twice. So there's a few games in here that will be tricky, but mostly I expect us to win pretty much all of these games and do what we're setting out to do. So that's what I'm going to be doing. It's a real disappointing game today against Marseille. Look at that run of form before it. And then all of a sudden, away from home, we just couldn't break them down enough, unfortunately, to get anything from that match. But we go again next season. And next season, if we get out the group stages of the Champions League, or if we get dropped down into the Euro Cup, of course, the simple reality is I think we'll be back to two-legged matches, and that will suit us much better. Our home form is really, really good. We need that home form to get through some of these big ties. Anyway, that's going to do it for this season, unfortunately. I've got a lot of work to do to get through to next season, including another transfer window. Who knows who I'll bring in and what I'll change, but there is some deadwood in this squad that we've got to still get out of the club. This is only my second season, remember. So by season 3, hopefully we'll look stronger and we will go again. Between now and then, remember, no episode this Thursday because I've got a draft. I'm going to be on Twitch live on Thursday evening, doing a draft for the FM playoffs, which happens on Sunday afternoon, and I'll be live Sunday afternoon as well when we're actually playing the games. So that's coming up later this week, which is why I can't get another episode of this out in time for Thursday. So that's happening this week. Away from that, there'll be Rolling in the Isles Wednesday, Friday, as far as I know. There'll also be Twitch streams Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, isn't it? So I'll have had one today. We'll have a Twitch stream Wednesday and Thursday afternoons this week, and that's my schedule. So I hope you can make some of that and come along and say hi over on the live channel as well over on Twitch. So thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Apologies that I couldn't get a better performance on this particular day out of my team. Apologies that we now have a bit of a gap to get through to the next episode, but it's just the way it works. Until then, though, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and join my United City community. The more the merrier. Click that like button on this particular episode. That will help me get seen by more people. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.